Well, we're approaching the end of the first season in 2023 in iRacing, and we're starting to get some info on the upcoming build for Season 2 and the news beyond. As of this video, we are in the middle of week 12, with the next season starting on March 14th, with a new build getting deployed sometime on or after March 7th, during week 13. Now, for those of you that are new to iRacing, week 13 removes a majority of the official races and only keeps a few around for those working to improve safety rating and license class before the new season starts. It in turn adds a variety of usually fun and or weird unofficial races to test out the new content. Okay, with that said, let's get into the latest news. Start off, we're going to look at what's confirmed by iRacing officially for Season 2, and we have some new cars. Got the late model stock car with a full Cars late model stock tour. Now, the current late model tour is fixed in Open Series in the D-Class Oval licensed tier, and this car will completely replace the Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS, which will be fully retired from the service. I do note this will cause any replays with this car to be non-functional after the update. Now, it's not a free update for everyone, but it will be for any current Chevrolet Monte Carlo owners. Now, this does seem to be like a great update for Oval drivers, and it was also worked closely with Dale Earnhardt Jr. to ensure an authentic experience when it comes to these late model stock cars. So it should be a lot of fun. And I currently don't own a late model stock car, but I might consider picking this one up. Okay, next we're moving on to the Ray Race Cars Formula 1600, and also referred to as the Formula Ford 1600, although not officially here. Now, this is going to be a new open wheel car coming free to iRacing subscribers. It will alternate in the rookie class with the Formula V series, and will also have an open D-Class series running 20-minute races hourly on the 45. And just from this video I'm having the background and the look and the car specs, it does seem to match a little bit closer to a Skip Barber Formula 2000 car, as it's a step up from the V in power. It will be interesting to see how it actually drives compared to the Skippy though. Additionally, it'll be very interesting to see how this series does as the open wheel field starts to get a bit crowded in the D license class in particular, along with the IR04 fixed series. And could this be a sign of the beginning of the end of the pretty popular Skip Barber Formula 2000 car, as even the real life Skip Barber Formula Racing School has moved on to basically a Formula 4 car. So we shall see. But before we move on, also of note in this clip from iRacing, the new car is being run at an early build of Res Circuit, I believe it's pronounced, and this is a yet to be released track from Spain. Maybe iRacing's way of hinting of the new track coming in Season 2, although it's not fully built in this video. Don't really know how far along it really is, and there's been no official announcement as of yet, but I figured I'd just point it out. And the last of the officially announced new cars coming to the service, we have that on the tin top side of road racing, a new paid car joining Renault Clio. Now, those unfamiliar, especially from the States, where I've never heard of it personally, it's a front-wheel drive, high-performance hatchback car produced by Renault. Now, this will be a D-Class series called the Clio Cup Fixed, which will be a 15-minute race on the hour every hour. It will also be replacing the Volkswagen Jetta and the production car challenge. I've heard some major concerns from the community on whether or not this should have been a free car or not, and question how it would do versus the already established TCRs in the free GR86 series, which was just released last season. As we've seen in the recent past with paid content like this, I'm kind of thinking the stock car Brazil comes to mind. It can be kind of difficult for regional, not so well-known cars in series to find footing and to take off. But we shall see how this performs coming out of the gate. Now, some car updates they've announced. The Dallara Formula IR. This series is getting revamped, switching to 20-minute fixed setup races in conjunction with tire and aerodynamic updates to address car handling concerns from the community. But nevertheless, I cannot knock iRacing for trying to save this car in series, which has essentially been DOA since its introduction. Then another series with a kind of minor change is the Supercars, which will see the series switch back to open setups while keeping the shorter race distances. And from here, we're kind of going into more speculative news, and in regards to the prototype class, seems to be more cars in the works to join the BMW. I kind of touched on this in a video I did last week, but I'll kind of touch on it again here. And we even have some more updates since then, where drivers from Cadillac and Porsche have made comments on social media that these cars are being readied for iRacing. And the iRacing art director was seen taking photos of the Acura at Sebring during testing a couple weeks ago. And like I said in that previous video, I stated does beg the question if iRacing is indeed planning to increase the car limit for series like IMSA and even the GT3 series, which are currently locked at 8 cars. Now, as of now, one of the main speculated reasons that iRacing has this car limit in place is that they're trying to maintain minimum PC specs. But with the promise of rain and dynamic weather and new tire model improvements, etc., I'm willing to bet they're planning to introduce optimizations and maybe bump up those minimum specs to compensate, which of course will allow for the increase in the car limit. And of course, I don't have any concrete proof of this. This is me taking some educated guesses here, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is what's happening behind the scenes. All right, then some other development updates and speculation. Beginning back in February, Tony Gardner from iRacing posted a long article going over development updates that are on the way for the next season or so. I won't cover it entirely here. You can go check out the article itself in the forums or on the iRacing page. But in summary, the article touches on major dirt oval dynamic track updates are likely coming soon, either this update or by June at the latest, it seemed, while similar work on paved oval is on the way further down the line. And the tire model is still not where they want it to be, they said, and they reiterate they are still working to improve that. And then they also include some confirmation of future track content, which will include some big names such as Portimao, Misano, and then another French track, Lidon. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. And they also have some yet to be named dirt and short ovals from California are going to be coming. They're also going to be doing a rescan of circuit Zandvoort, which was originally released back in 2010. Of course, in this article, they also touched on the elephant in the room, rain, which they do plan to still release this year. However, they're still reluctant to promise that with any certainty. Not hold my breath that it's going to come here in season 2. Well, that's all we know as of March 1st, but do let me know in the comments below what changes or additions you are looking forward to the most coming season 2. And of course, for more future iRacing content like this, please hit that subscribe button and give a thumbs up on this video in particular. And you can go on and check out one of my other most recent videos up in the right hand corner. And until next time, safe racing.